Hey guys, it's Alex from 7th Hour Films, back again with My Hero Academia. Last time on My Hero Academia, we had Yaoyorozu Rising, which I only just now is a tongue twister. Yaoyorozu Rising. Whew. Well, you need practice for that, I guess. Anywho, yeah, so last time, well, first off, we continued on with the test where Tokoyami and Sue faced off against Ectoplasm, which was pretty cool. We also had Ida and Ojiro versus Power Loader, which went pretty well. And then we had, I believe it was match number 4, which was Todoroki and Yaoyorozu against Eraserhead. And basically, we took the time to give Yaoyorozu her confidence back. You know, as things weren't going the way Todoroki had planned, and then they realized, well, wait a second, Yaoyorozu is brilliant, she already has a plan, and it will work, and it did work. Even if maybe Mr. Aizawa let it work, still, she has regained her confidence, and yeah, it was all amazing. And then, in the after-credits scene, we actually started match number 5, which was Uraraka and Aoyama against 13, in which the two of them were really blowing it while 13 was sucking. Get it? Because black. Oh, okay. Yeah, and then Uraraka was frantically trying to think of a plan. Aoyama was no help, and then he was like, oh, are you thinking about Midoriya because you like him? Which is quite possibly the worst time to bring this up, when they're being sucked into a black hole. So, yeah, we should figure out how that's going to work out as we make our way through the rest of the final exams, eventually leading to the one that we all really want to see, which is Deku and Bakugo versus All Might. But it's going to be a little bit before we get there, I think. I would imagine that would be next episode. But yeah, before we start this episode, unfortunately the reaction cannot be hosted in this video, which you probably know the drill already, but still I'm going to say it anyway. So what you want to do if you want to watch my reaction to this episode of My Hero Academia is head down in the description or to the pinned comment, and there will be a link there, which will take you to my reaction highlight. It's just one click away, nothing else that you have to do in order to watch that. And you can watch that, you can hopefully have a good time, when you're done with that, you can pop right back over here for the discussion. And, as well, my full unedited reactions are available over at my Patreon. Those you do have to pay for, though. But yeah, you can do that if you want. If you don't want to, the edited version is right there for you. So yeah, with that being said, we should go ahead and get right into this episode of My Hero Academia. Here we go. Alrighty. Man, oh man, oh man. That was crazy, man. That one was crazy. You know what? Good for Mineta. Good for Mineta. And, oh my gosh. Oh, I love Midnight. You know, that's the thing is, the great thing about these final exams is we get to see some of these teachers actually in combat, you know? Some of them we haven't seen, you know? And Midnight was one of them, you know? While we've had her as, the umpire during the sports festival, we just never had her, actually fighting, and oh my god. Yeah, I'm in love. Yeah, I know. Oh my gosh. Jesus, next episode is going to be so crazy. Bakugo and Midoriya versus All Might. Okay. We should go ahead and pop into the notes. The first thing I wrote down was Mini Battle Hero. So, I have to feel like that was actually Aoyama's plan. Which, if that was actually his plan, good on him, actually. Because I was ready to hop on the hate train. I was so done with Aoyama. But if that was his plan, you know what? I'll take it. I will take it. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. So, yeah. If this was the plan for Uraraka to let go, start flying towards 13, who would stop using Black Hole because she can't kill her, students, then for Uraraka's battle instinct to kick in after her internship with Gunhead, have that kick in, have her pin 13 to the ground, cuff her, and have Aoyama make sure he comes in at the end to support. I feel like that was the last thing. That was the thing that really made this feel like a plan, was that Aoyama actually did come in and help and they cuffed her. So yeah. Uraraka is the mini battle hero. It's so cute. It's just so cute. All these girls, man, they're just too cute. Too cute, man. And Midnight's too hot. Oh my gosh. So yeah, mini battle here. If that was the plan, then okay, I will take it, and yeah, I take back what I've said about Aoyama. He's all right if that was the plan. It's kind of a dick move, honestly, but screw it, Okay, and the next thing I wrote down was Nezu. We finally learned about Principal Nezu. His quirk is high specs. He was an animal. He was actually an animal. It's not like, it's not like Sue, who was a human who got a frog quirk. He was an animal who got a super hyper intelligence quirk. I also love they said that, well, first off, so he's facing Ashido and Kaminari, the two screw-ups, honestly, because they were the lowest on, they got the lowest on the midterms, and they completely blew it. So that's two teams that have failed the final exam. We had Team Kirishima and Sato, and now Team Kaminari and Ashido. They've both failed, so are we not going to get them, presumably next season when we go camping? Which I can only assume that's what Season 3 is, or part of it at least. The first arc. So. I'm sealing off every direct path to the escape gate. A genius villain can always win from afar. Principal Nezu, his quirk, high specs. He's actually an animal with a quirk that makes him smarter than humans. A truly unique being that you won't find anywhere else in the world. Yeah. Humans conducted horrible experiments on Nezu. So, in times like this, he gets his vengeance. Jesus Christ. So in the past, humans conducted horrible experiments on Nezu. So it's times like these where he lets loose. Which, they also confirm, he is a one-of-a-kind, actually. So, because I was thinking like, okay, well, people like Captain Selkie, who we've seen before, he is very much a seal man. Before, whereas, like, okay, with Asui, she is a girl who was a human, a girl who became a frog. It seems like Selkie, it's like, was he a seal? Because he looks very much like a seal. But no, that means Selkie was a human who became a seal. Whereas Nezu was an animal who was experimented on and gained a quirk that made him smarter than every human. Which is why he can win, because he's brilliant. He's 10 steps ahead. He's 10 steps ahead of them. Oh my gosh, it's crazy. So crazy. But finally, I mean, it makes sense why he's the principal then, you know? It makes sense that he's the principal of UA because he's that smart, you know? Oh my gosh. I'd love to actually see, like, it makes me think of, like, Sherlock or L, you know? It's like, I want to see a story where his intelligence is put to the test, you know? So, that was awesome. And, you know, Ashido and Kaminari failing the final exam. Now, that's the thing is, even if you fail the practical exam, did they completely fail? Are they going to be going to summer school instead? I hope not, man. I hope they're alright, but yeah, I don't know. We're going to have to find out after all this. Then we got Jiro and Koda versus Present Mike, which was pretty cool. First off, I love, you know, when they go over Present Mike's quirk, it has to be Aizawa. Present Mike can't go over his own quirk, you know? So it's Aizawa who has to talk about his quirk, which was pretty funny. And the fact that they said the first time after he was born, the first time he cried, his parents and the doctor there, they all started bleeding from the ears because of his cry. Well, wait, was that it? Because that means he had his quirk as a baby, which I thought quirks started to manifest when you were 4. Let me see. I thought quirks started to manifest when you were 4 years old, not when you were a baby.
Present Mike. His quirk, voice. He's got crazy high pitches, crazy bass, and crazy volume.
Yeah.
The parents and the doctor in the room bled from the ears the first time he cried. Oh, by the way, the device around his neck is a directional speaker.
I love that. It's so amazing. They bled from the ears the first time he cried. God, that's hilarious. But okay, that does say that some people are born with their quirks already. Whereas, I thought it was established that when you were 4, a quirk will start to manifest, you know? Which is why, Bakugo and Deku, they had a very different relationship before Bakugo, manifested his quirk and then he, thought himself better, Which led into everything with Bakugo and Deku, Like, they were actually friends, So, yeah. We got something on Koda, finally. I've been wondering for so long what he does. Because they've never said, I don't even think they've said his name. So now we know. Koda, his quirk is that he can talk to animals. Very interesting. And very, useful, actually. So that's pretty cool. And I also like when, he started talking to the animals and Jiro's like, wait, you can talk? So that was really funny. I did like that. And then it was very clever that he used bugs, which he's afraid of bugs, but he used bugs to travel through the ground where they wouldn't hear Present Mike and then attack him, swarm him. That was very funny. I did like that. So yeah. So we got something with Koda. Yay. And it took a little while to build up his confidence, honestly. It was only once he saw that Jiro's ears were bleeding that he finally, he just swallowed his pride and did it, basically. So, yeah. Then we got Snipe versus Shoji and Hagakure, which was pretty cool. Honestly, it made the most sense to have Hagakure just take off, whatever costume she had, which is just 2 gloves and her shoes, take those off, and she's completely invisible, and then she can just go up and cuff him. So, that was pretty standard, I would say. That was, they didn't really do anything that was like, oh my gosh. But I did like, which I want to watch this moment again. Where is it? Ba 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 ba. Yeah. Let all this load. Amazon's taking a little bit to load things today. I don't know why. There we go. So Shoji distracts while Hagakure goes in and cuffs him.
Aren't you giving up a little too easy for a hero?
There! I got him!
Where did you... Oh no.
Ah!
Mr. Snipe!
I couldn't see you. I didn't do it on purpose. Please forgive me. I would never do your team. I respect women.
And Shoji have passed the exam.
It's just as I expected.
Yeah, you're right, Yorozu. It is just as I expected. But that was really funny. That was really funny that he accidentally touched her, and she's, going off on him. Because we don't really have... I feel like we don't have that many moments like that in this anime, other than just Mineta as a whole. And I guess Midnight, too, just because she is a pervert's dream, So, yeah, that was really funny, That was really funny that he accidentally... yeah, that's the thing, is that he can't see her. I mean, that's the thing, how many times have I said that's the thing? That's the thing, though, is that, Hagakure is walking around completely naked, So, oh, that was funny. I like that. And then we had Mineta and Sero versus Midnight, where immediately, so Sero gets Mineta out of there, but then he takes all the pheromones and goes to sleep. Oh, right in her lap. So yeah, Mineta is left on his own, and then Midnight just starts coming in full force, just with a cloud of those pheromones around her, and that whip, like, Jesus Christ, that whip. I mean, that's the thing, is that these teachers are getting pretty dangerous with these kids, The black hole, Snipe just has a gun, and Midnight has a whip. It's like, geez, guys, they're still kids, So, but that was funny, and I did like Grape Rush, that Mineta used the tape to suffocate himself. He's got some impressive lungs, I have to say. He did that so that he wouldn't, inhale the pheromones, and then stuck his balls onto her whip, trapping her. And also, because she could have just let go, but he also made sure of that too, that he specifically put one of his balls on her hand to also then trap her on her own whip. Then he went, got Sero, and made it through, and that is his Grape Rush move. That was really funny. I also like the talk of, if you just want to be a hero, that's not really a good goal, because then you'll be a hero, and then what else do you do, There has to be more of a solid goal in mind. And for Mineta, he wants to be a hero to be cool so that girls will love him. A very vain, a very vain sort of wish, but okay, we can work with that. And it worked, and he got through there, So, that all worked out. And then at the end, we have our final matchup, which will be next episode, definitely. Bakugo and Deku versus All Might. Oh, I'm waiting for that. I am so ready for it. That is going to be so crazy. So, yeah, that is pretty much all I wrote for this episode. It was a really great episode, like they all are. I love this show. It's maybe one of my favorite shows ever now. And definitely the show I kind of look forward to the most when doing these reactions. So, yeah, I am very excited to get into the next episode. We only got 2 episodes left for this season, actually. What a hell of a season we've had. But yeah, we will get to that next time. With all that being said, I'm Alex from 7th Hour Films, and I will see you guys next time. Take care. Hey guys, thanks for watching this video. If you want to watch more of My Hero Academia reactions, you can click on the playlist, you can subscribe if you haven't done that already, and be sure you hit that notification bell. You can support me on Patreon and follow me on social media, links below in the description. See you guys later.